everybody, how you doing? It's Catherine and welcome to my channel on a Thursday. And today, as promised, we're going to make a start on Christmas. And yes, I know it's only October and I hate it when they get Christmas things in far too early, but from a craft point of view we need to be preparing things, either journals for ourselves or journals to send as presents to friends and family, or you know, journals to sell, so other people have got journals in time to do their December dailies. So what I'm going to link down below is this week, yeah, I don't know if it was Sunday or whatever, anyway, Gail Agostinelli was talking exactly about December dailies, and she showed last couple of years of her December dailies and what it's all about. So if you're not au fait with it, if you're new into junk journaling, then I'll link that down below. It's interesting to watch, and I think loads of people, loads of channels all over the place are starting to do some Christmas journals in some shape or form, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So without any further ado, let's have a go. So this, thought we'd do Masterboards. Now this is not my idea, and I first saw it. There's a few people that I sort of relate to who do Masterboards, as in collage Masterboards. So originally I saw it on Carol Laws's channel. I saw it on Gail Agostinelli. I saw it on Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah, and even this week Rachel's done another one. She has done them before, but I think she's done a bit of a Christmas one. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. So, you know, there's plenty of ideas out there about doing Masterboards. There's nothing too special about it. It's just fun. I enjoy it. It's just fun just to have a bit of a slapdash collage session. Some sticky time. Now, I'd not heard of that. We used to call it glue time when we were in school, but David said they used to call it sticky time in their primary school, and so we were laughing. That's why I said, oh, it's time for some sticky time, because my eldest son's lovely partner, she's a teacher, and so we were talking to her about a primary school teacher. So Davey was telling her all about this sticky time, and we all had a bit of a laugh about it, and it's stuck in the family really. So yeah, come and have some fun, come and have some sticky time, messing about with glue and bits of paper. Yeah, I love it. I love doing collaging anyway. So I've just finished this one. I thought I'd get into the swing of it by making a start. Nothing special about the papers. These are quite a nice size. They're from an old map book, and oh, do you know, they're all about Napoleonic Wars and the conquest of the Vikings or whatever, and what bit of territory they had. And I thought, well, I wouldn't be interested in putting that in anything. So yeah, make good papers. So let's make a start. Let's shove that over there round the tripod. So I'm going to get some papers and we're going to lay them out. So I hope you're doing well, all of you, and you've been enjoying doing a bit of your slow stitching. I've printed out, did I put 3 or 4 papers on that one? Was there 3 or 4? No, 3. I haven't got space for 4, so that's good. Yes. So yes, hope you've been having fun with your stitching and crafting this week. Got a few papers together for doing this. I've got my Christmas stash. I've started putting bits and bobs together in. I've got some papers that I bought from the works in the UK. So 2 sets, one woodland Christmas and the other one a white Christmas. I've got some lovely, this is from Do Crafts, and it's I just picked some bits out that I thought were a bit Christmassy. Now these I'm going to be using very sparingly. The lovely Rachel from Roxy Creations sent these lovely Florentine Christmas papers. Oh, lost my glue. There's a little extra for an order I had with her recently, but I don't want to use them unless I'm forced. I'll be using them sparingly. I've bought one of her kits, one of Rachel's Ephemera kits, and what else? And I bought a postcard, the new postcard, Christmas postcards from Chapter 1 Papers, and also I've got some of our papers, so some word backgrounds and some freebies from ARTYmaze. Now Andrea at ARTYmaze is really generous in putting out some freebies for people, so you know, you don't have to spend a fortune and keep buying things all the time. They're very generous, some of the big crafters. You know, you go and check out the groups of Andrea ARTYmaze, Tracy Fox at Love Junk Journals, and who's the other one? And Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah. I've got quite a few freebie papers, and so I've printed off some from last year from Andrea, which are good bits to use. So yeah, let's get cracking. I've got me glue stick, I've got me glue book, a quieter version than the food book that we had last week. It's still there, but I'm using that when nobody's watching. So first, let's start. I want to sort of join things together, so I'm just going to make a start with that and start with fairly big pieces. And yeah, the sun's come out, it's lovely, so I hope there's not too much shadow. You can't win really in autumn, you never know what the weather's going to be doing, do you? I don't know which is right way around. We'll put that flat edge there, shall we? I have got a card somewhere here. Yeah, got a card. So I'm just going to join, I'll do it at the top of here because it's going to be stuck in a minute. Join them all together first off. Now it doesn't matter, you don't have to think about it too much. No rhyme or reason to what you're doing really. I think that's why I find it quite relaxing. Because you're going to cut them up into tags and what was occurring then? What's occurring?
Lining it up.
He's lining it up. I thought he was pinching my paper then. There we go. I'm going to cover it up now. You won't have to do it. Thank you, David. He's useful. And yeah, just let's do these bits. So, how you all doing? Hope you're all keeping well. And you know, it's a matter of we haven't got much choice, have we? So what else do? We either craft or read. That's you can escape in books and you can escape in your crafts, and yeah, I think it's good to be able to do that, actually, you know. And it also for us creators, I mean, I know from my point of view, oh, I'm making a right dog's ear. Pig's ear, as they say, not dog's ear. Yeah, it's good for me too. It's good for me and David too. We've something to concentrate on by looking at what content we're going to create, and it does take a lot of sorting out the videos and stuff like that. Let's put a bit of that across there. And you know, it helps us because everybody has got things going on in their lives. Everybody does. And everybody has things that they worry about and need to concentrate on. And they worry about friends and family. We all do it. But, you know, people come here for a bit of escapism. To forget the world, what's going on in the world, and have, you know, and briefly have a bit of me time, a bit of relaxation. And so, you know, I don't come on here moaning and groaning about everything that's wrong. Well, I hope you don't think I do. That doesn't mean we have the ideal life, you know. We still have trials and tribulations. We still have health worries. We still, you know, everything like that. We've got an issue going on. So, yeah, we still have all the same things going on. We still have our own worries and, you know, and family issues and everything else. But you know, I want to get away from all that as well as everybody that watches. So for us, it's good for us, you know. It's good for us to be doing this. We enjoy it, and you know, if it helps, then that's an added bonus. I don't know where I'm going this. We seem to have got far too much red going on here. Let's have a look what else we've got. Let's I think we'll have some carol singers. Let's have some carol singers in the mix. Old Santa Claus, but he's red as well. Let's have that next to the green. I don't think about it, it probably didn't even go, but that's the fun of it, because when you cut it up, it's surprising what lovely results you get back. So yes, let's put that on there. Nelson's been to the vets this morning. Oh, it's so weird going to the vets with all the restrictions in place. And of course, dogs don't know, do they? They're like young children. They don't know there's restrictions on. So we're there all masked up. It's part of the Pets at Home, the big supermarket, pet supermarket. And then our vets is at the back of there. And so, you know, it was quite quiet actually this morning, 10:30. And let's put a bit of green in there. So of course David stopped in the car, I went in, 2 masks, and of course he's so excited to go. Nelson, he loves going to the vets. He knows our vet really well. David did a couple of art commissions, big pieces, massive pieces, a couple of years ago. And so we know our vet well, you know, he's been to our house and everything. And so, of course, it's not like going to the net vets. You know, sometimes they think, oh, no, I'm going to the vets. And you see them quaking, don't you? Sorry, I knocked you then. Quaking. Well, he can't wait to get in. And he's all excited and he's jumping about. They have a bowl of water there. And, of course, he's knocking that over. And then he won't keep still to be weighed. You know, if you've got dogs, you know this. You know what they're like. But he seemed to be more excitable than ever. I mean, cockapoo breed are a bit that way inclined. Oh, dear. Oh, anyway, he managed to yank. I was just sterilising my hand with some. I got hold of the... I got hold of his lead. I put it between my legs to grip it while I was sterilising my hand. But of course, another dog came up that took his eye and he were off. Well, just went up, you know, ran up to this other dog to say hello. And nearly caused pandemonium in the vets. We were all laughing at it. And then even when we went in and John, our vet, you know, Nelson, he's got his mask and everything and explaining how different everything is with keeping your distance. And Nelson's jumping all over him, trying to kiss him through the face mask. Oh, cracky. It was an ordeal. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's fine. He only went for his vaccinations, you know, his annual vaccinations. Should have had them in April. And obviously with lockdown and everything, I think the vets has only just caught up. They've only just caught up, so yeah. So that was today's trial and tribulation. So that's been the excitement of our day. Going to the vets with Nelson. Let's, we could do with a bit of that there, couldn't we? There we go. And then I've been going in the loft and sorting out You know, we've been sorting our loft out for a while because I don't know if you're the same. We have so much stuff up there and loads of stuff that actually is, you know, belongs to the boys. And even though they've all got their own homes now. Are you like that? Have you still got loads of stuff from your children that, oh, we haven't got space at our house, can you just? So we have been, to be fair, they've taken a lot of it now, but there's still a bit of sorting out needs to be done because don't you collect some rubbish? I think that oops, you know, I sort of decide, it makes you realise with, well, it did us. I mean, you know, I'm only just 60 and David's 2 years younger than me, so sort of making your wills and funeral plans and stuff like that, you know, you sort of think, oh, we've plenty of time, and we hopefully we have got plenty of time, but I think with the you know, with everything that's happening in the world, I think it just makes you think, right, we need to get, you know, we need to get things in order and make things much simpler. I mean, I was sort of thinking that, you know, after we lost my mum 2 years ago, and, you know, and she was quite organised with her stuff, but it was still a, you know, still a lot to do. So, oops, not doing very well here. So yeah, I've been sort of starting getting policies and bits and bobs all in one place and things. Anyway, we decided, and this isn't to make you feel sad, this is just a bit of a make you realise, I think it's important that you know, you don't sort of leave rubbish for your kids to sort out. So we decided that we'd there's all these adverts on television, British seniors, and now you've got to, you know, 60s and over, you can get this policy and that policy. So we managed to sort one out that was very, you know, rang up, and it was very reasonably priced for this funeral plan. Well, I think she thought I was a bit odd, I'm sure, because all I was interested, I was all excited because they said, oh, and after you've paid for 6 months payments, you get £75 of Marks and Spencer's vouchers each. Oh, and I was ecstatic about this, really excited that we got these Marks and Spencer's vouchers. And I think she thought, you know, well, strange woman, we're, you know, we're trying to be diplomatic, and not diplomatic, you know, it's not morbid, is it? It's a fact of life, you've got to consider it. And I'm excited about that. So yeah, so 6 months time, don't forget to remind me, the owers £75 worth of Marks and Spencer's vouchers each. That'd be fabulous. Surprising what we could get with that. So yeah, so that's our exciting week, sorting out a funeral plan and getting a tin box to put all things together, to, you know, so everything's all in good order. I mean, we're very organised people anyway, and we have things in files and such like, but, you know, kids wouldn't have a clue where to find stuff. So it feels good, you know, to be getting rubbish got rid of. I mean, we've been sorting stuff out now since, oh, beginning of the year, because the loft, you know, a lot of it was our stuff as well, not, you know, the kids had started coming and fetching their things. And yeah, it feels like you've achieved something when you get rid of clutter. There's something very freeing, I think, about getting rid of clutter. And I've been doing the same with craft supplies as well. Sort of going through them, and you know, because some of them are things that I had for card making, and I've had them for years, and you know, not necessarily useful now. So I've been sending them to the charity shops, because there'll be people that go in there that do card craft, you know, making cards. Because I mean, I know we still craft you know, we're still doing paper crafts with journaling, aren't we? I mean, if I went to the charity shop and came across a really lovely stash that somebody had taken in, I'd be thrilled, wouldn't you? I'm trying to fed up of green and red. I want a bit of something a bit... oh, well, a bit of a different colourway. Oh, I'll have a bit of this. There's some papers that David's been putting together for me, getting some nice papers off the free domain. Oh, that's on thicker paper than I thought. You've got my permission to make a mess. Say, well, I've got all this crafting stuff out because we're doing sticky time with Catherine, and you know, we've got permission to have collage papers everywhere and make a mess. Right, let's have that in that corner. So can you see how it's nicely building? I've put some really old paper on there, and I've got any other spaces, I've put that on there. I'm going to move this up a little bit now because that's quite well covered. Let's put a bit of that there. So once I've finished this, it'll be nice to, once I've cut it up and decided what I'm having with all the pieces, it'd be nice to put some of Rachel's toppers on there, put a focal point on. And it'll just nicely finish everything off. Right, we'll put that there. It's a lovely poinsettia there. There's certain flowers, isn't there, you like that remind you of Christmas. So like poinsettias, and I love to see holly with berries on, because the berries all come out, don't they, as autumn comes. I love to see that. And I can't think if they're called amaryllis. I'm not sure if they're a Christmas flowering plant. We've got a lovely Christmas flowering cactus.
Is this the way to amaryllis?
Oh God, no. Can you hear him? Can you hear David? He's trying to wow you with his daft jokes. Yeah, we've got a plant of my mum's, and it was my nanan's, and we lost my nanan in 1990, and this plant grew absolutely enormous, and my dad left it where he used to live in the entrance hallway, because it was very tall, this hallway, and it had grown really high up. So when he moved down to London, he left that there, and just took a cutting off this massive flowering plant, and that's going strong. And then they took 2 cuttings off actually, and then my dad kept some, and then my mum, when we lost my mum, my dad did a cutting for us. I think he's probably done one for my sister, I can't remember. And oh, it's going strong, it's beautiful. I'll take a photo of it sometime. But we've decided that ours, I mean, it's supposed to flower usually around Easter time and Christmas, but we've decided we think ours is a Thanksgiving plant. Although we don't have Thanksgiving here in the UK, our flowers come out round
Easter cactus.
Yeah, it is an Easter cactus, David, but it's called flowering Christmas cactus.
Yeah.
Christmas flowering cactus, but ours doesn't flower at Christmas, does it? It flowers at Thanksgiving. My dad's, even though they're all from the same plant, that's really strange. I wonder if it's because we're in the north, so I don't know. You'd have thought the south would have. Oh dear, I've chopped Santa's head off, so I better put him up there as if he's looking over a wall. Yeah, you'd have thought, like with my dad being down in London, the temperatures are warmer down south than here. So I would have expected that my dad's one would be the one that flowered for Thanksgiving, and ours would be later in Christmas, but no, it's the other way around, so that's really unusual. But it's a beautiful plant. Obviously, being from the cactus family, you've got to be careful you don't overwater it, because it kills them off. They don't like it. Let's put that over there. We can do that on there, can't we? I'm talking again. There's nothing much to tell you really about how to do this, is it? Is there? Just don't think about it too much, because it'll all work out all right in the end when you cut it all up. Now this one, I've got this piece, massive Merry Christmas, but it's really pretty background, and doesn't matter what the letters are doing, does it really? Let's I've got the Christmas time there. We'll put that there actually. There we go. Got some exciting things coming up at Wrap Up tomorrow, if I can manage to finish them. And yeah, David's working on some music, Christmas carols, background sheet, digital sheets, which are just you know, they're not embellished, and it's not a full sort of kit to make a journal, but what it is plenty of Christmas carols and sheet music from the public domain, and very, very useful for making ephemera. And he's also working on I mean, we've got loads and loads of fantastic photographs, and he's working on some snow scenes as well at the minute. So we are quite excited about that. I've got another Halloween journal, so I've done 3 in the end, and 3 autumn journals, so they're done. They'll be going in the shop. And yes, as I say, I'm going to be making, I'm planning to do 4 or 5 December dailies, which won't be over embellished. The idea really is to just you know, have a little bit of ephemera in, so that you can do something every day in December. And yeah, make one for myself and then sell 4. So if you are interested in a December daily and would like a preview before they go in the shop, then you need to let us know. And that's not putting any pressure on anybody, you know. It's just if you'd like to see them, if you like, you know, you decide that you don't like them when you see them, that's fine. But once they go in the shop, you don't, you know, you don't always have your first choice, do you? So yeah, I thought I'd just let you know about that. I think we need a bit of that red wrapping paper. Don't I have yeah, I've got a little snippet of it here. This wrapping paper's got like a plastic film running through it, so you can't rip it. You like have to cut it, and it's really odd. It's really odd stuff to work with. I fancy a bit of gold in there. So, dare I put a piece of this, Rachel's paper in here? Right, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. It's as if you're wearing your best outfit, you know, when you save all your money. Yeah, I've sort of changing my mind and thinking, you know what's the point in saving everything for best? Get the pleasure out of things while you've got it. You know, I say I've got that many clothes that I wear, you know, oh, I'll keep that for best. So if you see me all glammed up at home, not that you see me really behind this camera, but if you suddenly see me all glammed up instead of having my pyjamas on, you know I'm using up my best stuff, don't you? Is anybody else like that? I think we're all a little bit where we, you know, it's same with crockery and things for the home. You know, we have a set of cutlery for best, set for every day, a best dinner set. You know, it's silly really. And there he goes. There's our Nelson. There he is. Now I feel as if just something to tie those together there. Perhaps we could do with a bit of holly. That would stop all them little bits all meeting in one point, won't it? Doesn't matter, because once we've cut it up, and any bit you don't like, you can cover over it. And I'm just going to put that little bit there, because that's like got a few joins in. Right, there we go. I think that's another one done. So I think that's about time, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a go at this too. Anything that's, you know, bits of scraps of paper, any coloured paper that you want to make the board with. Now don't forget the copyright. That's one thing that we need to sort of be mindful of. You know, when you buy digital kits from the digital artists on their Etsy shops and the big crafters and everything, they spend a lot of time checking that they aren't in breach of any copyrights. They only use images from the public domain that are there written and not under copyright still. And also you've got to be aware of what they call the angel policies for craft companies. So I've used some Do Crafts paper. Now that's fine if you use it just in your own work and it's part of a collage that I cut this up and I put a journal card in a journal for sale. That's fine. But I couldn't be collaging all this, putting other people, putting Do Crafts or Stamperia or The Works have got their own papers that I said I've bought. If I start putting all them together and then sell those as pretending they're mine, then that's when you're in bother. So just check out the angel policies for craft shops and how many times you can use their papers or not. And yeah, and obviously, like we do on the channels, always give credit to the shops where you've used their work, their digitals. So thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow. I can't believe another craft week's nearly over. Yeah, and we'll have a good old catch up tomorrow. What we've been doing. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And yeah, much love to you all. Stay safe. Bye.